Just finished reading Malice, and I can already tell that this series is probably gonna be my personality trait for the year. This was so good. I was a little slow at first, like the first 30, 40 chapters, you had to kind of let it brew and cook a little bit. As soon as you got that over that little hump, oh my God, it just did not hold back. Just, Really to like the final pages, I was like, are you joking? Why is this happening? Oh, it's so good. Now, at a glance, Malice is a typical coming of age fantasy. It's multi-POV, so you're following young Corbin as he's going along trying to be a warrior and trying to figure out who he is. There's other characters involved, a lot of political scheming in the background. There's this like difference of good versus bad, light versus dark happening. But then as the story progresses, oh my God, it gets so good. There's so many good combat scenes. It feels so raw and so visceral. There's so many political intrigue and politic happening, some betrayals. Now, granted, it did take a while to get started, which kind of turned me off a little bit at first. It was like 40 chapters until I was like in the meat and bone. First 40 chapters, I was like, bro, please, like, let's keep it pushing. And then it kept pushing, and it kept pushing, and it kept pushing. And then I finished the book. It was, the first third was, the last like 2/3 just nonstop plot and action. Oh my God, it was so good. Now, I do think those first 30, 40 chapters were essential to kind of building up the characters. You had to understand Verdis, you had to understand Corbin, Nether, you had to understand Evnis. Like, it put you in their kind of mindset and see why they were motivated to do what they did. It also built up some of the world, some of the side characters. Like, I love Cohen. She's such a great sister too. Oh, speaking of sister, by the way, I think Corbin's family is very non-traditional from your standard, like, protagonist family. He's not an orphan. He doesn't come from like a ruined family. He doesn't become abandoned or anything like that. Like, his family loves and cares about him. His mom loves him. His dad is so proud of him. His sister's like fiercely loyal. That's nice. That's refreshing. Verdis is like that typical loyal friend that just like blindly follows Nether, and he does start to have some doubts and cracks in like why he's doing what he's doing, but for the most part, he's just like the strong warrior. He was a little boring, but I think there's more promise to him. Now, I could honestly care less about Evnis's chapters. He started off as the first chapter of the book, and then he would sprinkle his way in, and I didn't know what was happening, honestly. I guess it was just to give you the other side POV of like a different aspect that I won't mention without spoiling. Camelot and Castell were nice POVs, or almost like mini stories that you were experiencing to kind of flesh the world out, so you're not just situated in one location. Speaking of like the world and location, there are a ton of names, a ton of locations. So it was kind of hard to follow up at first, but you get that right idea when you start seeing one of the names over and over again. And now the combat is just the icing on the cake here. I read John Gwynn before. I read the Bloodsword trilogy first before I actually started this, and he just writes combat. I think the best way to describe it is I feel like I'm actually in the middle of the battle watching them just like throw hands. It is so well done, and I'm on the edge of my seat, literally. So yeah, Malice, 4 stars, easy. I think this is a really great intro to what is going to be a fantastic fantasy series. Also, look at the cover. Like the sword, when you have, bro, that is so sick. Okay, bye.